So hi, my name is Angie. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a sit-down talking video, informational video, and also kind of like a personal story video, kind of. Just because I haven't talked about this yet, and it's a huge part of my life. I wanted to film this video outside, like while on a hike in like a wooded area or something, but we haven't had time to, and I really just wanted to get this video on my channel because it's a big part of my life and I like never talk about it, maybe like here and there in videos, but I haven't really sat down and talked about it because there's a lot of parts of it that people don't know, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Today we're gonna be talking about hypothyroidism, and the opposite of that is hyperthyroidism. But I have hypothyroidism. It's also known as underactive thyroid because it doesn't produce enough hormone. It doesn't produce enough thyroid hormone, which is the T3 and the T4 hormones. So I put up on the screen what T3 and T4 stands for because I don't know how to pronounce it. So yeah, that's what that is, the scientific word, I guess. As of January this year, my T4 is 1.20. The normal range is for T4 is 0.93 to 1.60. So mine's like pretty close to like the higher end, I guess. And then my TSH is 3.450. Well, it's probably not that right now because I've been taking a higher dosage. I just haven't updated this information yet. And that should be between 0.450 and 4.500. And my T3 is 2.8 and it should be between 2.3 and 5.0. So it's kind of on the lower end for that one. So I wanted to talk about symptoms of hypothyroidism. I'm sure it varies from people to people, and I didn't even have, I only really had a few of the symptoms. Some of the symptoms are fatigue, increased sensitivity to cold for hypothyroidism, and then I think sensitivity to heat for hyperthyroidism. Constipation, dry skin, weight gain was a big one for me. Puffy face, muscle weakness, heavier or irregular menstrual periods, depression, impaired memory, and apparently it mostly affects women 60 plus. But I believe mine's hereditary because my dad also has it, which maybe is why I was diagnosed so young. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. My doctors didn't tell me anything like that. He's just like, here you go, medicine, you have this. So personally, the symptoms I had that really even bothered me, I just felt normal most of the time. Like I was used to it by then, I guess. I had really irregular and heavy menstrual cycles to where it was just like, what's wrong with me? Like I'm not pregnant. Why am I missing periods? And they're so heavy, and so whatever, I just ignored that because I was, oh, maybe I'm fat, maybe that's why, maybe I just need to lose some weight, blah blah blah. But then that also came with the problem with I gained lots of weight even if I didn't eat bad, even if I tried to lose weight. I was reading, I'm not sure if it's true or tested at all, but I saw a lot of articles of people claiming that when they went vegan, their hypothyroidism went away. And to how true that is, I don't know. That's just what they claimed, and that, it's like a miracle kind of thing. But all I really know is that you can get your thyroid removed, but you have to take medicine for the rest of your life, or you can take medicine for the rest of your life. And I think the thyroid shrinks because it's not used right, like itself. I'm not sure. But I just take medicine for it. I'm not sure what the size of my thyroid is at this point, but yeah. Another thing that can come in hand with hypothyroidism is Hashimoto's disease. I'm not sure if that can also come with hyperthyroidism, but I know it can be with hypothyroidism. Hashimoto's disease, I'm not exactly sure. I think it's just another form or like a section of hypothyroidism that I don't know the specifics of it, but all I know is that it makes it harder for women to conceive like a child. So like harder to get pregnant, I think that's what Hashimoto's is. I'm not sure if there's any other extra side effects or any of that, or I don't think there's a separate medicine either. I got tested for it, but they haven't told me my results yet, so I'm not sure if I have it or not. So I want to talk about my whole experience and finding out and things like that. Right now, currently I'm 19. I'll be 20 January 2019. So right now I'm 19. And I was diagnosed when I was 16 in 2015. And before that, I was gaining weight and I couldn't stop it and I didn't know why. And my pediatrician was always just telling me to move more, eat less, you know, you just need to, you know, you need to work harder. And it's just like, even if I did, I just would give up because it didn't do anything. And, you know, all around me, everyone was just telling me, like, you're fat, you're lazy, you know. It was really, like, I felt like something was wrong with me. But, like, I didn't know what. And maybe, you know, I was the problem, you know, I didn't know. And so I stopped going to that pediatrician for a different reason I'm not going to talk about in this video. And I stopped going to her when I was like 12 because she did something else that was pretty bad. And so I didn't go to the doctor until I was 16 because my mom found this doctor who was a family doctor, but he only took 16 plus people. And so I waited till I was 16 and I went to him. But before that, the summer before I went into 10th grade, me and my friend decided that during the summer we were going to work out and eat right and lose weight before the school year started. And we did for like 3 months. We worked out, went swimming, walking, you know, ate right. We measured our cereal, like our K, you know, special cereal because we were just, it was a lot. And we did it together, the same thing every day. And by the end of it, she lost 15 pounds and like she was really happy. And at the end of the 3 months I lost 1 pound and I felt so cheated, like messed up, like why, how could, you know, we did basically the same thing. And I did more usually because I owned the pool that we use and she wouldn't come over all the time because she, you know, maybe she didn't want to or she didn't do anything, so I would go swimming by myself. So if anything I was doing more. And I still only lost 1 pound and she lost 15 pounds in 3 months. And, you know, I at that point I was like, you know, it's not my fault. And I need something. And so we went to that doctor who was an endocrinologist, which I didn't know until I got there. And endocrinologist is a hormone doctor, I believe. A lot of different people go there for different reasons, such as a thyroid problem, or I think EDS. I think also people with EDS go to endocrinology, and then like if people are on hormone therapies, they also go to an endocrinologist, I believe. And so we went to him, and the first thing he did, you know, I told him my symptoms. My period's messed up. I can't lose weight. I gain weight for no reason. He took my blood, and the next time we went back, he was like, you have hypothyroidism. Take this medicine. You probably have to take it for the rest of your life, and you have to come back and get your blood measured, you know, every so often. And yeah, that's, you should be feeling better soon, in a couple weeks or month. And I was just like, I was mad, but I was also happy at the same time, because all these years my pediatrician didn't think anything else of it. It's just like, oh, you're fat, or oh, you're lazy, you know, you need to move more, whatever. And I liked going outside. I rode my bike, you know, I liked going outside. It wasn't like I was lazy, but she just didn't think anything else. I don't know, maybe she didn't know, or I don't know. So I was happy that I could get help and I knew what it was, and it wasn't just me, you know. Now I have to lose all the weight and it's hard still, but at least I don't gain weight for no reason all the time. And I had a big fear of pills. I still kind of do, but I was really scared, but he said that's pretty much the only thing to do, I guess. So buckled down and I started taking the medicine. And at first he would, you know, they would check my blood every month and you know, adjust the medicine accordingly. At first I think I took 25 micrograms of levothyroxine, which is the type of the medicine that I take is levothyroxine. It was like a little oval orange pill. And then, you know, I started, at first it was really bad. Like, I don't know what happened, or if it was even the medicine or what, or if it was too much at first or what, because I had this, I was in school during, obviously I was in 10th grade, I believe, at the time, or 11th grade, and I started being numb, like emotionally numb, and for no reason. Like, I don't even remember if it was gradual or just hit me one day. I just remember being numb. I remember feeling emotions here, but then not being able to express it, to put it visually, it felt like there was a layer, just like a wall or a layer, and then my feelings were over here, but I couldn't express them. So like, this is expression. I couldn't express them. Like, if I wanted to cry, I couldn't, even if I wanted to, you know, I could feel it, but I just couldn't. I couldn't sympathize or empathize anymore. My friends, you know, for whatever reason, they would come crying to me to, you know, something's wrong, you know, something about them, and I couldn't be there for them. I didn't feel like I was emotionally there for them. I just feel like I was like, okay, like, let me pat you on the shoulder, okay, whatever. Like, I couldn't, and I felt like a huge monster. It really, really sucked. And I had no idea why. And then after a few more weeks, it kind of slowly went away, but I definitely have never been the same since. I've been overly emotional, because I used to be very, very chill and calm down, and it also sparked this anxiety that I have now that I'm trying to go get help for soon. So that's cool, but I don't know right now. But I definitely was never the same after that. But I was just like, whatever, I guess it's another side effect. and then after that, I didn't talk to my doctor about it for a long time, because mental health in my household was kind of taboo. Like, it was like, oh, you're unhappy? Oh, you're just fat, you know. Lose some weight, you'll be happier, you know. It was pretty, like, straightforward, and it was never like, oh, there's something mentally wrong with you. So, or the medicine, you know. So I never really talked about it. But then finally, I told him, like, hey, like, nonchalantly, I was like, hey, could there be any, like, mental side effects of the, you know, medicine? Just asking for a friend, aka me. But, and he was just very quickly, very blatantly like, no, there shouldn't be any mental side effects other than you feeling better and, you know, less blue all the time or whatever. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. So, you know, that was scary. But, you know, I just kind of was like, okay, whatever, maybe I was just overreacting or whatever. So I just ignored it. That specific numbing thing hasn't happened in a long time since then. So maybe it was just my body getting used to the medicine, I don't know. But I definitely haven't been the same since then, and that was the main thing that bothered me about it this whole time. So currently, I take 50 microgram of levothyroxine every day. I take one in the morning every day, and then on Sunday I take 2. Yeah, now I only really have to see an endocrinologist twice a year or once a year. And before it was like, in the beginning it was once every month, and then once every 3 months, and then once every half year, once a year. Or twice a year? Yeah. Or whenever I just felt like I needed it. I can show you what it looks like. It used to be when I lived in Florida and I got it from a different pharmacy, it looked like a small oval white pill. It was like the 25 microgram, but it was white, and 50. But now that I'm in Georgia, they give this one. So yeah, that's what I take every day, one of those in the morning, and 2 on Sunday, and that's good for me now. I don't know, I have to go back in December to check on my blood. And I also, next time I go, I'm going to ask if they got my results for Hashimoto's or not, because I would like to know that. It's kind of important, I guess. She said there isn't really anything to do about it anyway, even if I did have it. Since taking my medicine, positive changes I've noticed were, you know, I didn't gain weight for no reason. Another positive thing since taking my medicine is that my periods have been super regular. I rarely miss at all anymore. Like, I don't even remember the last time I missed a period. They're still pretty heavy, but there's also some times where they're really light. So, you know, it's a lot better than it used to be. Cramps aren't nearly as bad at all, which is really nice, because there was some days where I couldn't get out of bed for school because the cramps were so bad. It was bad. I definitely got like a lighter mood most of the time, I guess. It's just weird because I didn't really notice that I was down before. So I guess I do feel like lighter and happier and more awake. That's definitely a thing. I'm more awake. Too much awake now, I would say. Like, I can't sleep. But I think that's something else, so I'm not sure. I'm like really sensitive to cold now. I get cold very easily, and I'll stay cold very easily. If I'll, like, you know, I'll get 2 layers of blankets and I'll be nice and warm after a while. and then as soon as the blankets are off, my feet and my hands will be freezing. Also, I did want to mention that this hypothyroidism mostly affects women, but there are men that have it. I know one man that has it. Well, I know one teen that has it, who's younger than me, and he's male. But for the most part, and my dad has it, duh, hello. And for the most part, it's mainly affects women. So yeah, I just wanted to add that. Thanks for watching my weird, out of order informational video. I'm not very good at these or taking notes, so I'm sorry if none of this made sense. I hope you learned something, I guess, from this video. If you're going through this too, definitely comment or, send me a message on social media or email me or whatever. I want to talk to more young people with hypothyroidism because I really don't know anyone except for one person, but it's like way different. I don't know. I want to talk to like a biological woman my age that also has it. Subscribe if you want to. I don't usually do informational videos. I do vlogs and stuff and other things. Bye!